Yeah, boy, I tell you, Thelma, it's been a minute. A minute on everything. Next week is Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it came so fast this year. I thought it would have been a little bit, we had a little bit more time.
Well, what do you think about, Gladys Knight the other day down in New Jersey, Packard-Newton, New Jersey, last Sunday night? Wasn't that good? An after church concert, basically.
That was a great concert. She really, she really showed her stamina and the way she performed, the way she came out. It really showed that she hasn't lost anything, really.
Well, I'm going to take a little credit from that right there because, again, I am still celebrating my centennial in New Jersey, my family. And they come out of Georgia, and that's what Gladys Knight come out. And so I kind of feel, that no one sings like her.
Oh, yeah.
Like she brings when she starts singing, she brings the gospel, R&B, and classic all in one. It's like a horn. It's like that's why that train to Georgia sounds so good, because I rode a train and down there, and coming through the winds, and that's how she sounds. Like it's almost like she sounds like she got an army behind her.
She sings with power now. She's saying, her voice. She really, there's something about the way it makes you feel. You get that, you really do get nostalgia when you're sitting there listening to her. She's able to bring that.
And I talk about that train because being so close to the Newark Penn Station.
That's another.
And
able to kind of visualize. Like, wow.
And as a kid, I remember whenever I would get mad at my mother and them or whatever, I would stand outside on Howard Street under the light with a bag in my hand, some clothes or whatever I put together. And I always said I would
catch that train?
Catch that midnight train to
Georgia. A lot of people wanted to do that.
At 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, my sister said, when you want to catch? I said, the train will come to 12. And I really believe, as a kid, that train left at 12 o'clock. That it was a midnight train to Georgia. No matter wherever you was at. You know what I mean?
Get on that train.
The midnight train.
There were a lot of people who had some places to go at midnight.
Yeah, but I always thought that, it was a midnight train. Because she sang it. Right. 100 pips at the time when she sang it. And she was always that because you hear the male voice, and then you would hear her strong voice coming. It was like, almost like saying like, okay, we in a fight and my brothers are coming. That's how her voice, like that voice, her voice.
What does it?
Just
carries that way. Yeah. But what about in that one song, when she started singing that one song, I just thought I was going to break down and cry when she started singing, If I Was Your Woman.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, the whole room, everybody was, did you notice? Yeah. People's lights the cameras were going up, and oh man, people were really, really.
I like the one, that imagination song she sings. It's your imagination. Keep on keeping on, The sun coming to block out. Yeah, I like that song.
Oh, I gotta use my imagination.
Yeah.
Sometimes life will throw you a curveball, and thank goodness we got imaginations to use.
Like I said,
No, that was a great song.
Great. See, now that's what I talk about.
Awesome.
Like, as a mature couple, let me go there now, because I'm getting a lot of flack about this string on the finger as a dating ring.
Oh.
But let me go there and say, as a mature couple, I would think that it would be much more mature for your mate to say, okay, honey, we're gonna get engaged. We 9 times out of 10 we've been there, done that. In our mid, our ages and our time frame, or we know the way. You understand me? Like I never been married, but I know the way. I could act marriage. In other words, I could act stand up in the church because I know the way. I've been to enough way. That's one reason why I say this right here. I think one of the things that we mess up as people is that, especially black American people, is that we don't allow the kids to come to the weddings and receptions no more.
Oh, yeah.
I think that, see, when
Probably
you,
was a mistake.
that's a mistake.
That probably was
That's
a mistake too.
Because for that kid to come to that reception and get cake all over himself, that's a part of validation.
It's a memory.
No, not memory, but it's a validation. It's him understanding, coming to the fact that, hey, you know what? One day I want to do this. And the reason why we have a lack of marriage is because if you keep the kids home, right, then, well,
Nothing to aspire.
there's nothing to aspire to, you know what I mean, and stuff, and stuff. So, that's what Elmo think, like I say, I got my thinking and stuff. But I was, get back to what I was saying about, we went out there the other night, and wouldn't it be, instead of an engagement ring, let's say an engagement fund. So instead of $10,000 for that ring, we take that $10,000, right, and put it in the bank, and we go out. We celebrate. In other words, we go out to dinner, we go out to shows. There's no show cost too much.
Making a powerful memory.
A memory, but also an exercise of us getting out the house and not being so bored with each other. You follow what I'm trying to say? Pete, see, we're in a time now where we got to start telling the truth. Because people don't want to tell the truth.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
That's
And
right.
stuff
And a
like
lot
that.
of people get confused when
They get confused when the truth hit them.
When the truth hit them.
Elmo cousin here to tell you the truth. Now, I would rather borrow that money from the bank. The man said, you let me have it. If I could take that $10,000, right? Let's say I take 9 and buy you a ring for $1,000. And I take that $9,000 and put it in an account at a local bank where we will have a card, right? Like a debit card. And we can go out dinner, go out this. You could meet me place when I fly in from somewhere. You fly in. Okay, baby, let's meet here. You have to have the Uber bring you there, all on that card, right? We eating out dinner. We doing all this right here, So let's say that card may last us. That money may last us about 2 years. And look at that 2 years of enjoyment. Broadway plays, Michael Jackson play. You said you wanted to go to, I think, on Broadway.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the other side.
Temptations,
Tina Turner.
Yeah, Temptations. But see, one little ring on your finger, right? 10,000. That's just on your finger.
But you know what? I think about it like this, and I don't know if this makes sense to you, Elmo, or not. But here's how it could. This is what it could look like. Is that it's not about the size of the ring, like say with the cost of it, the price of it, is what the ring is symbolizing, but it's more so the ring symbolizing the strength of the two people's love. So in other words,
I think that's man-made.
In other words, what the ring is made of, the type of metal that it is, whether it's gold and or if it's silver. That's why you see a lot of men will get engaged, they will present their, prospective bride with a silver ring, because silver, the teachings on silver and how strong silver is and how silver is made and how it lasts. I mean, think of the silverware. Some of us are still using pots and pans that were made of, silver and things like silver.
I realize that.
So it's like it's like the strength.
Here's what I realized, Thelma. I'm going to say this right here. You have been to me, and I want the people out here to look this up because I'm not going to tell you everything verbatim. I'm going to do some analogies. You have come in my life, and you to me, and maybe you need to look this up too because you might not be too versed in this either.
I might not be.
All right. So you are to me is what the lunar module became to the Apollo 13 when they were stuck in space.
A rescue?
You look it up and see what it did. The lunar module. Now the lunar module wasn't designed to do that. It was built by Grumman. And the Grumman man said, wait a minute. He told NASA, wait a minute, it ain't designed to do this. And the NASA man said, I don't care what it's designed, this is the only way we can get the boys home.
Well, you got it.
Now, so what I'm saying is you have been that. But I think that you have to keep in mind, right?
What's that?
I am still the ship.
Yes, right.
All right.
He's right.
So now, the idea is this right here.
That's good point. Good point. I will let you have that.
A lot of things that we did before, yes, they were right. Yes,
It
trained
makes
by
sense.
the ring.
Mhm.
Yes, all that right there.
Mhm.
But is it a ring of love on your hand or a ring? What do you want? Do you want the ring here or you want the love from me here? That's what I want to know. Do you just want the ring? Because we've seen,
No, we want
we've
the
seen,
love.
wait. We've seen where women have had the ring, the big ring, and getting the hell beat out of them at night. We've seen it.
That's true.
Let's talk for real.
That just
Or
happened.
we done been to these unwed places where these women, what do you call them women? In the,
Those houses.
those
where
houses.
They go
with
and have to stay
the
safe
store-
houses.
Safe houses. Safe from the man that
Like a safe house.
brought them the big damn ring and we knock hell out of them at night. Like a punching bag. Boom, 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 boom. Now, my thing is,
Yeah.
God is working with me. And I'm, and I say this right here over and over to you, and a lot of me and the guys we be talking.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something how, because a friend of mine, a police officer, told me the other day, he said that you be flying down on the highway. Because he said, you're on the highway, you pass him one day. And he thought it was you. He taxied up to see who it was. It was you, was driving so fast. See, this is what I say. Y'all come one way, like you're so humble, and this and that, but then you step into the flow. You
Well, yeah, I was in a hurry that
driving
day.
faster than I. And
was
then
in a
when you're
hurry.
in
I
my
was
car,
hurrying up to
you trying to tell me how to drive. But yet, like you so, this, that, and other, and just like I say with the church, yes, you let me, then I thank you. But for some reason, it looked like I have took, somebody say inch is an inch and an inch is a cinch, but I leapfrogged over you
Right.
in church. My faith seemed to be more studied than yours. Because your faith is church as a front, but then you go into materialistic things, like your ring and all that kind of stuff. See, listen, Joshua said in Joshua chapter 24, verse 2, and Joshua said unto the people, thus said the Lord God of Israel, your fathers dwelt on the other side of the flood in the old times. The fathers of Abraham and the father of, what's the name word right here? Nakar? And they served other gods.
Okay. Yeah.
What Joshua was saying, and I took your father Abraham from the other side of the flood and led him throughout the land of Canaan, and multiplied his seed and gave him Isaac. That's what God said. Now, do you want what God said or what man said?
What
Man
God
say
I
that
want what God
the
said.
diamond is this, that, and the other. But he don't say, see, all right, if you buy, and I gotta be honest, if you buy some cigarettes, last time my mother was living, she asked me before she stopped smoking, she said, son, go buy me some cigarettes. The only person I bought cigarettes, Pall Mall. And in all honesty and respect to Philip Morris prints on the back of the cigarette, on the pack. This cigarette may be hazardous to your health. It may cause cancer. That's what it said.
Yeah.
Now, if you still smoke it, a warning, it says, a warning.
Warning.
So, as a kid, I said to my mama, I said, Mama, she said, yes, son. I said, you buy them cigarettes all the time. She said, yeah. I said, you trained to do it? She said, yeah. I said, but you said your family was slaves in Georgia and my father's family was slaves in Georgia and Alabama. Is that what you said? She said, yes. I said, well, if they were slaves in Alabama, especially Alabama, which was a serious tobacco plantations, right? So, don't you think that maybe they should give you the cigarettes? You understand? Because your forebear dug, way before the tractors, way before the John Deere 4020 tractor and all that, all the tractor, the mechanicalized that they done the farms today. I said, and she looked at me and she said, son, you something special. I said, yes, Mama. Yeah, because it come from that star you said I come from. Because I don't know, where the girls go through this, but I'll say this right here.
What's
Boys
that?
go through this right here. Boy,
What's
at
that?
some point in his life, he come to his mama.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where to go to his dad, because I had a
Mm.
father, but you don't ask your father this kind of thing, because you're afraid to knock you upside the head. So, you go to your mom, you say, Mom. She said, what, son? You say, where I come from? That's a hard question for a mother. So when my mother, when I was 5 years, I said, Mom, where I come from?
At 5, you were
At 5 years, I said, where I come from? She said,
curious.
you come from the stars.
Ooh, ooh,
So I said,
oh,
Mama, okay. She said, from the stars out there in the sky? I said, yes. So that night, I walked outside and looked and said, that's my home. The stars, oh my God, this is where I come from.
like E.T.
You know, like Charlie Brown, some people do stuff like, you know, like
Yeah,
this is
as a
where I
kid,
come
yes.
from. The
Yeah.
star, a boy child. I don't know about no
Yeah.
girl. I know my sister.
No,
So
I don't
then,
remember that. Well, maybe.
then one day, I mean the next day, I went in the house that night. Went to sleep. I said, you know, Mama said I come from the star. She,
Yeah.
and I agreed. I said, yes, you did. I said, so then I said, you know what? There's a lot of stars. Which one? So the next night, around 5 o'clock, I said, Mama. She said, yes. I said, you told me the other night I come from the stars, right? She said, yes. I said, there's a lot of stars out there.
Yeah.
Which one? She said, the brightest one. Okay. So that night, I went out, 7, 8 o'clock at night. The brightest star. I said, oh, that's my home.
Wow.
Wow, I come from the star, the brightest star. That's where I come from. The star, yes.
Yeah.
Then my mind said, wait a minute. So I come from the star. See, I come from the star. So I come from the brightest star. Okay, I see it. But how did I know to come down? So the next day, after school, about 4 or 5 o'clock, doing my homework, I said, Mama. She said, yes, sir. I said, you say I come from the star. She said, yes. I said, then you say I come from the brightest star. Yes. I said, I see my home. She said, you did? I said, yes. She said, oh, that's nice. I said, how did I know to come down? And then she looked at me. She said, the supreme being that's above the stars sent you down. So I walk outside that night and look at the star. Wasn't as happy as I was the night when I first got the bright star. I said, look up there. I said, oh, the supreme being my home. I said, the supreme being brought me down. But then that was the end of the conversation. You can't question the supreme being. Right? I knew at 5 years old that there was something else out there, like a God. I didn't, you know, that people pray to God other than they pray to themselves. You see what I mean? So I tell you that analogy just to say this right here is that, you know, I think what we have to do as mature people, and I hope the young people grab hold of this too. We have to change this game because you had more fun at Gladys Night. I want you, just the Empress. We call her the Empress from Georgia. That's what they call it.
Yes.
You had a good time with Gladys Night,
Great
right?
time, yes.
Okay, I put sandwiches in my pocket, right? Chicken, right? Nobody knew. Okay, and stuff of that nature, right? So while chicken with hot sauce. So while Gladys was singing, the other people eating pretzels and stuff like that, like they in a zoo, I'll eat me a nice piece of chicken. You understand me? As Gladys went into her songs and finished up with the Midnight Train to Georgia. I want to stick with that midnight train too. Because what I mean is, because the next day Gladys wound up being on The View, and she sung the midnight train Happy Birthday to Whoopi Goldberg. And you know what? It's something about that song. You know, because you know he was going back to find a piece of mind that he couldn't find before. You understand me?
It was a simple place.
A simple place. Yes. So what we got to do, I'm getting from that right there. I'm getting yes. That we're too busy. Yes.
We can't enjoy life.
We can't enjoy life.
We can't really enjoy it.
No.
Each day is so stressful.
But she got that horn. Boo, boo, boo. The midnight train
taking you to
A simple place.
peace.
No matter
of
where
mind.
you're at, well, no matter where, peace of mind, a peace of mind,
Instead of
man.
going back to find
Oh.
because they have been lost.
Come on now.
Some people could feel like if they've
Come on
lost
now,
it
right.
because they gotten caught up.
But
in
but
everyday
she
life.
also said he's going back to find. So if you lost it, it's okay. But he's going back to find a peace of
Gotta
mind.
Go back and find your
So
stuff.
I'm thinking, as a Black American today,
Mhm.
that yes,
What are you thinking, Elmo?
I'm thinking this right here. You know, we always say to the kids, you know, when I was a kid, I couldn't afford a bicycle, I couldn't afford this, that, and other. I couldn't afford all these luxury, you know, these toys and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what we never say to those kids?
What?
We never say, I couldn't afford a book. That's why I give you this book here. I bought this book. See, now we told the kids, see, when I was a kid, we didn't have much money. But now, I bought you this book. So wait a minute, don't go, because this emotion take you. I bought you this book so you can see, so you can read. Now you can read better than me because I got money to buy a book. I couldn't buy books before. I had to borrow books and stuff like that. This is not yours, I'm just showing. That just make an example. You get caught up in time. That's what I wonder about you. You get real caught up on things. Your emotion go wild.
I want.
What
I want to see it.
it's not a matter of seeing it, understand what it represents.
Right.
Okay, what it represents. Now,
What it represents.
it represents that we're going back to a simple place of mind. Okay? So by what I'm talking about, taking that $10,000 that the bank said they're gonna let me use, borrow. Instead of buying you that ring, put that in an account so we can go out and enjoy things. That's your engagement account. Let's change the game.
Change.
See, one thing about us, we get caught up on a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Is it more important to stand near people in your elevator with a $10,000 ring on,
Mm-hmm.
or to stand there with a $1,000 ring on? And guess what? We was just out at the opera. We just went to see Temptations in New York. Oh, we ate at Safansi restaurant. We ate at the big steakhouse over here. This, that, and that.
Just
Now,
come back off a cruise.
come off a cruise or whatever. You don't go to any cruise. That's gonna kill the $10,000 real fast. Now let's be budget with it. Let's not kill it.
I see.
See, here's what I notice about what we do. We try to kill things, but we're about life.
Yeah. Excitement.
You know, we
Yes,
want to
I
kill
see what
things
you're
too
saying.
much.
Yeah, that makes a lot of
You know,
sense. Like come alive.
today
Like,
I could saliva on the floor, right, in 2023. Where in 1923, if I saliva on the floor, it was the saliva. Somebody could take that saliva, put it in a thing and save it, and they can tell my DNA from my saliva. So if the game is so different now, so the game, why don't we change it? What is it about us, the Hebrew children, that we caught up in this barbarism? Because I believe, God is working with me. I got to say this right here. All these luxury things people got in there, ain't nothing but some bunch of barbarism. It's toys in the eyes of God. The most precious gem on earth is not diamond and gold. It's mankind. Mankind.
Yeah.
Because guess what? You can never own it. I can love you, but you can't own it. Because every step I take, every movement I make, I can die like that. And you can't hold it. See, you can only borrow it. See, you can't hold it. It's like a loan.
You got to be a good steward.
You gotta be a good steward. You can only borrow it, right? But then it can die. And you cry, oh my God, it died. And that memory alone, you understand me, is fuel for your ship. So I'm leaning on Joshua, because after Moses, Joshua took over. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And he led the people. Moses can only lead them so far.
Sure.
And so, yeah, well, he made mistakes because they were hard-headed people.
That's right.
But, you know,
You don't have to be hard-headed.
well, it is what it is. But again, like I say, some things that we got to get deep with, and we have to change this game because we
I say we're changing it. We're already a part of the change. You got to be the change.
Well,
And so as long
if you agree
be
on
the
a
change,
$1,000 ring that you are part of the change, do you agree on that? See, that's what I'm saying.
Say it
You-
again.
If you agree on the $1,000 ring and the other 9,000 we put it in the bank for our entertainment.
Right, you mean the $1,000 ring. You
The
said
1,000.
10,000.
1,000.
Oh, the $1,000 ring. Okay.
And we take the 9,000 and
That's
put it in
right.
the bank for
Yeah.
entertainment.
Okay.
If you agree with that, right
Okay.
there, then you're a part of that change.
Okay, well, I'm a part of the change.
I hope so.
I'm a part of the change.
Because I got the zirconia man coming next week, and he got some. He said, in fact, he got some at $8.50, so we can take the rest of that. Take the rest of that and for that 1,000 and put some gas in the car. You got a big old car now,
Yeah,
that's how that
that's
is.
true.
But I don't know. Did I have a book around here? What did I do? Oh, here it is here. You know, and I got this book here, Vernon Jordan. I don't think I read it. No, I didn't, because I know we market my book. See, I'm self-educated, so being a self-educated man, I turn every book into a textbook. So you're gonna see markings in my books. You understand me? Now a lot of people say, "Oh no, marking here, but I bought the book." Okay, it ain't like you gonna read the book anyway, whether it got marking or not. You ain't gonna read the book. You know, come on, let's get rid of the game. Take hours to sit there and read. There ain't no buy no book like you gonna read in 20 minutes. Yeah, no, it don't work that way. You got to, this is not a textbook where you take something out and just go on. You got to read this right here. And I think about Vernon Jordan. Right here's a picture of Vernon Jordan and stuff like that. Yeah, look at little Vernon. And so I don't know, is he still? I would anyway. God bless him. Either way, he was a good champion for civil rights and stuff like that. Vernon Jordan, a good man. And so, I'm able to buy books like this now and read them. And people see me reading them. I read them because it gives me energy on the struggle that we have to do against Pharaoh. We got to have something to balance it. Because sometimes we may feel that we out of place on things, but when we read this right, you say, you know what? Same thing yesterday is the same thing today. Well, it's the same thing. I got rolling eyes at me. Oh, they roll their eyes at them. Even done worse. So this is a book that I will entertain on reading probably next month. I got to finish Sheila Johnson's BET finish up with, and then I read Will Smith book too the other day, and I'm gonna tell you something about Will Smith. He comes from a great family. Yes, they had some drama in their family, but he comes from a great family that really, his father really made him the man that he is. His father done some wrong stuff, like everybody, every human do some wrong stuff, but his father really made him into the man that he is. So God cheerio to his father that died and things like that. God bless his soul and everything. And Will Smith is really a good guy. Just, sometimes you have to, we stray away from the way our daddies and mamas handle things. And sometimes that's just the way it is. You gotta go back to that. So I think I just want to mention that right there. But anyway, on the flip side of that right there, the other day when I invited you over for that chicken dinner, you like that chicken dinner?
It was pretty good.
Well, I got this pot here because I tell you what, I was in New York coming up Court Street and I seen a chicken. And this is the knife that I had. I grabbed that chicken, the skin right there. But I didn't throw the stuff on the garbage, and I didn't throw the stuff on the ground.
Good.
I put it in the receptacle. That's what I did.
Good.
I put it in the receptacle. But that was good part of the chicken. Did you like that chicken?
I knew it tasted a little, it didn't taste like what I was used to, but it was good.
Because you used to fry.
I'm used to what they get in the store and the way they prepare it and what have you. But it was good though, yeah.
Yeah, but in this case here, I was able to skin him alive.
Oh wow, it's your bare hands.
Yeah, I took my bare hands. I pulled over. I was coming up Court Street, and lo and behold, I looked. I said, "What is that?" I said, "It can't be a chicken."
How did you know what to do with a live chicken?
Well, I'm not
okay.
I'll say this right here. I would be lying if I said I got it from the state of Georgia, but no way I did, because my grandmother used to, my great-grandmother, my mother's mother, used to skin chickens alive up here in Jersey, because she came up too with my grandmother. And just thinking about it and looking on YouTube and seeing things, I would learn how to skin them. I skin them alive.
You
right
did
there.
a good job.
Yes, Lord. Soaked them in lemon juice when I got here. That's what you do, you know what I mean? Cleaned them, purified them and everything.
Okay.
So, yes, Lord. But that's what it is, stuff, you know. But you know, that's what it is. But I'm leaning, you know, more as we go on in life. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't regret being 60 years old. I don't regret that.
Mm-hmm.
It was a wonderful journey, even though I lost 5 teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to lose those teeth, but they just were no good no more. And I told the doctor, I said, doctor said, can you save them? She said, I don't think so. I said, well, I had them 60 years. Go ahead and take them.
Mm-hmm.
And she took them. The bottoms wouldn't hurt me so much. My face was swollen up for 3 weeks. But eventually it went down. So I thank God for all that He did in that case there.
Yeah, thank
like
God.
that, you know, He helped me. That's all.
Good.
But that's why I'm saying I'm leaning on this humbleness. Because I just think that we're just going so far to the left on things. And we're not getting the smell, what they say, smell of roses, you know?
No, we're moving too fast.
We're moving
so
too
we
fast.
can't, yeah.
And we can't do that right there, you know?
We have to slow down. The life will slow us down. Life has a way to slow you down, even when you don't want to slow down. Life will throw a curveball at you that will cause you to have to slow down.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Instead of, you know,
Instead of that, just do
let's just start doing our own.
Yeah.
Romans, I'm looking
But
at
that would be changed. That would
I'm
be
leaning
real
on
change.
Romans 2:4,
Mhm.
chapter 2, verse 4. Do you show contempt for the riches of His kindness, tolerance, and patience, not realizing that God's kindness leads you toward repentance? God holds all good in His hands. The good comes to us through our Lord Jesus Christ, only because of His anointing sacrifice and by acting it in His name. God is so much involved in prayer and healing and answering that all His attributes and His attributes and His whole being are centered in that great fact and distinguishing Him as wonderfully good and powerfully attractive in His name. God's truthfulness is at stake in the engagement to answer prayer. His wisdom, His truth, His goodness are involved. God is truth, and He always answers the prayers of His children who earnestly seek His name. Father God, I know that if I ask anything in Your name, You will provide for us. You are truth.
Yeah.
You always kept Your promise. May Your name be exalted over all the earth. Amen.
Amen.
I look at this small book, The Power of Prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Power of Prayer. And when I pray, Thelma, I pray that You see not my way, but You see God's way. I pray that You find examples out there that You don't want to be a part of, that You want to do something different. I know that there's many women today that have rings on their finger, 5, 10, 20, 30,000. But I pray that You, as Dorothy marched under your brick roads to the wizard, that as we go out, that You look at that as a yellow brick road to the heavens. Because we know what happened. The wizard told him, pulled the curtain and seen the man back there. We didn't follow the man, we followed God. So I pray that we do that You learn that. Do you think that you can get that going? Is that, if you go to the hairdresser, right, and you only got that $1,000 ring on, is that going to make you feel some kind of way bad?
No.
Or how would it make you feel?
No, I would feel that it was the right thing to do. I would feel.
But I want to know this right here. Do you feel like, okay, when you ate that chicken the other day that I slaughtered, you didn't know that I slaughtered it because you come here, you know, unannounced and I let you in and things. And not that you can always come here. You're always invited here. You don't have to be announced because you were unannounced that day. I didn't know you were coming. And so there was no need.
I left you a text.
I didn't see the text. I was so busy
Okay.
cleaning the chicken and everything.
Okay.
But when I got here, and I knew that you were hungry because you hadn't ate all day.
Yeah.
So I said, well, you know what? Ain't no need me telling her that I slaughtered that chicken on Court Street, on Court Street here.
Oh yeah, thank God you didn't tell me.
So I let you eat the chicken in comfort.
Yeah.
Okay? But today, I have to tell you some things. I have to tell you that I pray that you arrive to the new occasion. You know, because we went out the other day to the Gladys Knight thing, and there's many more shows that we're going to. And
Well, I wouldn't trade those for a ring.
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And that's
No,
what
because I always say you can make more money, but you can't make more memories.
that's what I'm talking
Every
about.
memory counts. Make that memory happen. Make that memory mean something. So, no, I totally with you on that.
That's what I'm talking about. So we
Yes.
have to look at different things today, you know, because we are crashing economically, we're crashing mentally, and we're not building where there's no road. I remember Les Brown, motivational speaker Les Brown said years ago, you can't teach what you don't know, and you can't lead where you don't go.
I believe that too.
You understand?
I can see that.
And if your life got more meaning, if I can pray that my people could start a new agenda, to start something new, and give up all this luxury stuff that we go after. You see, that's what I pray. That's my prayer. That's what I get out when I read the Bible and stuff like that. You know, see, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him think. You can't make him drink. You can send a kid to the best schools, and you can't make him think.
Well, you know, God is okay with luxury. God
To a
is okay
degree.
with luxury.
To a degree. To a degree.
That's all we hear
Abraham.
about heaven and the streets that are made of gold, and there's pearly gates and what have you. Now, I haven't been there just to see if it is or not. I can only take the word of the Bible.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Yes. Yeah. There is heaven with pearly gates and the street is paved with gold. Well, why? Okay. Hold it a minute. I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, Lord.
Boy, I can see you now. Wait a minute, I can almost see something clicking right in your head. I can see the little
Okay. Then why is it if people believe that?
Yes. That God is okay with
the streets are paved with gold, the doors open as you walk, and all these things. Why, when a person is dying, right, or don't want to die, you understand me? Why would they spend their last dime to live on this filthy earth? If the streets are paved with gold, you probably ain't got to go to the bathroom no more. You probably just don't even have to eat no more because you're in heaven. But why do people would spend their last dime to live?
Well, the thing is that where these streets are, you know, paved with gold, and there are angels, and on top of angels in these beautiful, you know, white robes, and there's crowns. Actually, you're going to get crowns with jewels in them.
Oh, no.
Jewels in them. Yes,
Yeah.
it talks about it. In the book of Revelation, it talks about it, and other places. It talks about this crown, that you're going to have you're going to have jewels in your crown. Now, I know God is not playing with no cheap jewels. So I'm sure that the jewels are powerful. The crown is definitely real gold. I mean, you look at how well he endowed this earth with many, 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 many resources. That was our choice to misuse them. It's not God saying,
Okay,
you know,
so
misuse it, I won't give it to you.
okay. So
But his work. But in his word, he says, it is my pleasure to give you all my kingdom. So the things that are in heaven.
But what you're saying, right, I remember. Okay. All right. I'm going to set up some kind of analogy. I remember when I was a little boy, maybe about 7 years old. I knew my mother had beans and rice and ham hocks at the time we ate pork before we took on the kosher kitchen, 1975. But before 1975, right, we had our way with that hog. I've eaten every piece of the hog. Everything with his teeth and eyeballs. Trust and believe. I know how to cook pork. Okay, better than anybody you know, because I watched my mother. And people would come from many places to have some Miss Jackson pork chops. I even believe, I don't hate to say it, but I kind of believe one of the presidents ate some of our pork chops. Because there were some strange people come one day to my mother's house to buy her pork chops. And we ain't never seen them before. I spy on them.
Probably
and
not.
I spy on them as they got in the cars. Ain't never seen damn cars like that either. Okay.
Oh. Okay, they came near and far to get that.
Next thing I know, I heard the president doing State of the Union talking about, he said he had a dinner that was a mighty dinner.
Oh.
So I kind of think that that's my mother pork chops in the head.
I bet it was.
But anyway, I was going to a friend of mine house, right? No, I didn't forget my train of thought. And his mother, young mother, giving out hot dogs, so she gave some of the kids hot dogs. She wouldn't give me one for whatever reason. I think she liked my mother. But I didn't worry about it. You know why?
Why?
So all the kids said, I got hot dogs. So yeah, you got hot dogs, that's all you got. That's your dinner. So hot dogs ain't my dinner, ain't nothing but a snack here. That's all it is. Because I got to go home and have my mother's, pork chop, beans and rice, ham hock, lima beans.
Real cooking.
Real food. I said,
Real soul.
I ain't hungry. I said, yes, and I was a little boy. I said, yes, I like, if you got ice cream cone, I like to have a bite, or whatever, fun food. But it ain't my real damn food. You understand me? My mother up there cooking right now. Did you see that smoke coming out of that window? She burned them pots. You understand me? Huh? I still, don't you see that pot over there under that weight thing?
Yep.
See them two pots?
I see, yeah.
See them two pans?
Wow.
Those my mother's.
Wow.
Those my mother. And any day in the week and twice on Sunday. I can take one of them pans down, put some peanut oil around it, bake it for an hour, and that thing be ready to cook anything in the world. But those pans, especially that big pan, was cooked. Pork was cooking that big pan.
Yep.
That big one?
Yep.
Pork sausage?
That's big.
Pork, this, that, and that, everything was cooked in
that one is so big.
Yeah, it's a big pan. It weighs almost more than those weights. About 7 to 8 pounds, 10 pounds that pan weighs. You see. So, what I'm saying is this here is that, I knew I had a big meal. So it didn't bother me when I didn't eat off the hot dog truck. Because I knew I had a big meal. So, if you know, and y'all know, that when you go to heaven, you're going to have gold and diamonds and all that. So then, why strain yourself on earth buying it here? Because when you go, you're going to have it all.
Oh, wow. Because he said that there's a saying that we use that says, all this and heaven too. We get all this down here because he told us, do not squander what I have given you.
Arsenio Hall used to say this here on his show years ago. God knows him this. He said some things make you go,
Yes.
And I'm saying that right there. Hope Arsenio don't mind me barring that.
On what? On the all this in heaven too?
I think that if you got a strain for something to happen.
Okay, now the strain for it, that's different.
If the ring is $10,000, do you have like $10,000 laid around that you can just spend like that? Do I have? No.
No.
Okay, so 10,000 is some serious money, right? Amen?
Amen.
Okay. So then, I don't think that's what God's saying when he said that all that's on heaven and earth is yours. I think he's talking about a decent meal, a nice place where you got shelter, lights, and heat and stuff in the winter. That's what I think he's talking about.
Well, he could be talking about that in addition to also talking about how to expand on whatever he has given us. You know, there is those parables about the talents, and there is those parables about using your talents and your gifts, and how they will. He even talks about how they can really make room for you. And so he, you know, with Solomon, Solomon is a great example. He was the richest, wisest man in the world. Why? Because God, it's His good pleasure to give us these material things, because the Holy Spirit comes alongside of us and shows us how to represent Him, even in that. Because see, here's the thing: there is a world of people who do not believe, and unless they see something, they're going to miss heaven. And so it's like God is saying that I've chosen some of you to have these riches, to have these material things, not to say you're better than anyone else, not to think that because you have them it makes you any more heavenly bound. It's not that, but it's to show God's glory, which is what He's trying to do out of every single life, every ounce of our lives.
But you know, I hear your State of the Union address, and it sounds just like one. And maybe I need to clap my hands.
It don't sound like anything. You know what?
But what the Lord is working on me, and you know, like I said, you led me to the water, and I learned to drink it. Complete surrender. When you ask, you do not receive, because you ask with wrong motives.
Exactly.
That you may spend what you get on your pleasures. James chapter 4, verse 3. God can depend on consecrated people. God can afford to commit Himself to those who have fully committed themselves to Him in prayer. He who gives all to God will get all from God, as prayer is the condition of full consecration. So prayer is the habit, the rule of him who has dedicated himself wholly to God. Prayer is the most appropriate thing in the consecrated life. Mm-hmm. Prayer is part of the consecrated life. Prayer is the constant and the inseparable, the intimate champion, a companionship of consecration. They walk and talk together. Dear Father God, thank you that I can know that if I give my all to you, I will get all from you. Amen. That is what God is doing in my life. And I'm going to tell you something, sister. You need to know this. That Elmo is about ready to make a serious change. Because you know what? I'm tired of this foolishness that we got going on in our lives and in our communities. We got kids, middle-class kids going to jail because no one home to talk to them. Okay? Middle-class kids having sex all day long while parents are working all day. And they just as gangsters as they can be. You meet them, ain't nothing about that middle-class community that they know. They're just as gangster as they can be. I want to do some serious work with God. And all this foolishness don't mean nothing to me. Now, I'm not as foolish as a nephew-in-law said to my mother one day. He said he believed so much in God that if you walk down the street butt naked, God will dress him before he gets to the corner. Now, I'm not going to say that right there. I'm going to say, told her niece, I think it's time to let him go. She said, I think it's time to let him go. But I'm becoming of those old wise tales. A rich man take the taxi. A poor man ride the train. A hobo walk the railroad tracks, but they all get there just the same. I'll leave you with a story. I gotta go to work. My mother told me. She said a story down in Georgia. I guess my mother told her. Mm-hmm. It was an old man and a little son and his grandson, and an old mule, and they had a 50-pound bag of corn or whatever. Okay. So one day they walked past this young couple, with the young man carrying the corn. The people say, "Oh, what a shame! Look at that old man, that old mule, and they got the young boy carrying all that corn. That's a shame." Okay. The next time, the old man was carrying the corn. People said, "Oh, what a shame! Look at that young boy's hand free, the old mule with nothing on his back, old man carrying the corn." All right. So next time they came back, the mule was carrying the corn. They said, "Oh, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. That little young boy with his free hand, the old man with his free hand, and they got that poor mule carrying the corn." My mother said, I said, "Mom, what are you saying?" See, I say that right there to say this right here. You can never please nobody. It's always going to do something.
Yeah.
It's always going to be something.
Yeah.
Common sense. Don't sell. Listen, I got to go to work. You know, just Thelma, lock up when you leave.
Okay.
I got to go to work.
Well, we'll finish this next time when you get back. We'll finish talking about the abundance and how that is meant for us, how we can use it. Because he did tell us that we would live in houses we didn't build, so I don't know how you square that away.
Okay.
So, how's
Or
this?
buy from diamond mines that we don't know. What about that one?
No, that's what I said. We'll when you get back from work, I know you gotta go.
All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Go to